Thanks for tuning in. Um, I'm not necessarily going to be doing these wee chats on a regular basis because there's no point in me jumping on and not having anything specific to talk about. And I thought actually that's what was going to happen. I thought there was going to be a big gap um, before I had something on my mind again. But it's amazing how, we all have to take a bump to make ourselves stop and think. And this next couple of months, if you've been watching astrologers and so on, there's something big going to happen, sort of March, April time, and they're saying that February and into March, when the energies are changing, we need to take stock of ourselves. We need to clear out the rubbish. Now, whether that's decluttering your knicker drawer or whether it's looking in at yourself and cutting the cords of past and things that are not doing you any good, keeping your vibrations down and so on and so forth. And I thought I had done a lot of that. And I thought I'd done really well. There's been a lot of changes to me over the past year, and but it's not until you get that bump that you realise you haven't done as well as you thought you did. And I had subscribed to a Beyond Mystic session on your superpowers, a workshop on superpowers. And basically what they're doing is they're looking at your moon sign. And they point out, depending on your moon sign, what shadow work you need to do. So I had done this a while ago, and yes, it gave me a bit of a tumble, and I had to look at it and agree that, yeah, I was guilty of these things, and I needed to clear these things. And just in an example, I don't mind bearing my soul if it's any good. I've got a Leo moon. So the shadow work highlighted was detaching from other people's perspective about you, being a people pleaser. And you don't need to feel good all the time. So if you don't feel good all the time, analyse why. But we've all got our ups and downs depending on energies, and we're all becoming more sensitive to these energies. So not to worry when we're having a downtime. And that was one of mine. Oh, here we go. I'm down again. Am I ever going to get up? And the other thing in my shadow work was boundaries. Being able to say no. And as somebody once said, you only ever get to know a person when you say no to them. And it's so very true, especially if you've got a Leo moon like me and you're a people pleaser. So I had thought I had worked really well on these. I had done a lot of work on cutting cords of the past that didn't do me any favours and so on. And then last night there was the bump, and I thought, oh, damn it. And it hit me quite hard at the time, annoyed me, brought me down. Then I had to click in again and think about these people pleaser boundaries, worried about other people's perspective of you. Stop it. If that was somebody else, you'd be saying, they're not doing this to you. You're letting them do this to you. You're letting them bring you down again. You're letting them interfere with your own self-esteem. You're allowing them to bring you down. So whilst I will happily say to other people, don't let them press your buttons. Don't let them trigger what is not good for you. And I will say that to people. And now what we need to remember is we need to say that to ourselves. And it doesn't need to be once. It might need to be over and over again until eventually we can swim over these things. And it took me a bit of time, and it took me a bit of thinking about it. And And then I had to tell myself, why are you letting your buttons be pressed? This person is not worthy of pressing your buttons. And that's basically what I want to say today. We have to let go. We have to clear out our knicker drawer, whether that's an emotional knicker drawer or a physical knicker drawer. We need to clear that. And we need to remember not to let other people press our buttons. We have to put boundaries up. We have to detach from other people's perspective, even those who are not Leo moons. Everybody's affected by that to a certain extent. And if we're good people, if we're living our life with compassion and love to the best of our ability and trying to stay positive all the time, even when we're taking these dumps, and I don't, oh, anyway, there's yeah, okay, I won't get into that. But I don't mean, I mean, even although we're trodden on, we are going to have to work on that for a while until we manage to get trodden on, but not go under and hold ourselves together. And that's what we need to do over the next wee while. Get into practice for that. Do our shadow work so that we are the best we can be when we're needed at the other end. And we will be trodden on, but it's rising back quickly that's important. And that's what we need to do now. We need to learn to rise back quickly. So thanks for tuning in. If you think this wee session helps anybody else, I'm happy for to be passed on. But I'm not going to go down the like sharing, whatever. I don't do that. But nice to see you. I hope to speak to you again soon if I think of anything. Bye.